Yo, big bro, you fucking with that? Ha, okay, cool. That's my fucking brother right there. You dig? Dexter. Ooh, wait. Pick it up, groove. Baby girl, watch how you move.
What's going down, gang? Hey, man. We back again. This time we viewing XXXTENTACION video. His death, man. He got killed, you know, as everybody pretty much know. Man, it's always a sad case when somebody die or lose their life over a situation, you know, that probably could have been resolved a different way, you know what I'm saying? The guy seemed like he was a good kid, you know what I'm saying? I remember he first came out, I think it was 2 years ago or something like that. And I was over the road. I was over the road pretty much, and I heard about him. I watched a few of his interviews or whatever like that when he was. I remember when the song came out. I think he was in jail, and I wasn't really like a big fan, but it was just interesting to see who this kid was. You know what I'm saying? And I listened to a few of his songs, and pretty much it was like he was just talking about, you know, games and stuff like that. He seemed like one of those kids that pretty much came off of people listening to him through gaming systems and stuff like that, like game parties and stuff like that, like people who play video games but had like the things over their head and they always like in parties, like stuff like that. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm saying? Just comment down below. But those type of people, you know what I'm saying? It seemed like his career pretty much kicked off through that situation, you know what I'm saying, through gaming or whatever. Because as you listen to a lot of his raps and stuff like that, you hear him say Goku and Naruto and talk about just all kind of stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? Just like games. And I know he was in the Naruto. I was in the Naruto, so you know, I still am. I do play the game, but I haven't been playing the game lately because I just been on my grind and stuff like that. But yeah, man. I mean, you know, it's just sad to see somebody just actually lose their life or whatever like that. You know, I know people was talking about I think as a matter of fact he was in jail because he had hit his girl or something like that. She was pregnant and she actually went blind in one of her eyes, and that's even a sad situation, you know, within itself, you know. And man, it's crazy because it was like Big Unc, he posted some information and stuff like that, and was like Whack 100, if y'all know who Whack 100 is, you know, was just saying that basically he was being disrespectful, and you know, they had warned him. I'm not saying that Unc was the reason for his death or anything like that, but you know, of course, with, you know, he had to fight with Migos and stuff like that. So, but I'm pretty sure they probably resolved that way beforehand. But you know, you just never know what's going on behind the scenes, man. My prediction on it is that he didn't pay his bag or whatever the case like that. You know what I'm saying? In the streets, you got people who connect you to other hoods in other states and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like in other cities, I mean. And I don't know, man. Maybe he just didn't pay his bag or whatever the case may be, because they did say it was a duffel bag inside the car that was taken out. Maybe it had money in it that he was on his way to pay him, and they just decided maybe to just pull the plug on him or something like that. Man, that stuff go deep. You know what I'm saying? It's pretty much the same as like Biggie Smalls. You know what I'm saying? And I quote again from the big homie Wack, you know what I'm saying, Big Unc. He was saying that Biggie Smalls didn't want to pay his bag, you know what I'm saying? It was pretty much a New York cat that pretty much pulled the plug on him, you know what I'm saying? So, man, it's crazy, man, how deep it go into the streets or whatever like that, man. So, you know, that's just my prediction on it. I pretty much think that he just didn't pay his bag, and you know, when the big homie say, you know what, we had enough, it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? So whatever money he had in it, whatever bag he had that was in the car, is gone, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, shit, that's just how it goes sometimes, you know. You know, it's sad, but that's just the world that we live in. You know what I'm saying? You gotta pay your dues. You know what I'm saying? Now, like I say, I don't know if that was the case, but on X's part, he should have just been thinking. Maybe he wanted to start a different revolution or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Where niggas had to stop paying. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of artists being held for ransom, man. Y'all don't know, but it's a lot of artists being extorted. You know what I'm saying? Like, gotta pay that money up because, you know, to take care of the hood, because the hood will come for you, you know. But yeah, man, we just here to do a reaction video to the homie XXXTentacion's shot and kill. This is the TMZ live, you know what I'm saying, version. Like I said, I'm not really a fan. I really didn't listen to his music like that, you know what I'm saying. I listened to some of it, some stuff that he featured on some other people, some other artists' songs. I heard him, he went hard on that, you know what I'm saying. I think he pretty much go hard on a lot of his songs. I'm just not a fan, you know what I'm saying. I'm into more hood stuff, like, you know, Future, and you know what I'm saying, and you know, I listen to the Migos and stuff like that. Man, just a lot of other cats, you know what I'm saying, cats that just to me go hard, you know what I'm saying. But yeah, here's the video, man. The XXXTentacion shot and kill TMZ live video, you know what I'm saying. We're gonna watch it, see what they say. Why is the volume low?
We broke a story on the website just a little while ago that XXXTentacion has been murdered. Murdered outside of Miami, where he was shopping for motorcycles, and as he went back to his car, a gunman ran up to his vehicle, fired shots, and from all eyewitness accounts, it looks like he died pretty quickly, even though he was taken to the hospital.
He was rushed to a hospital, but he was pronounced dead while he was at the hospital. And, you know, the sheriff's department, this happened, like I said, in broad daylight. There were several witnesses from what we've heard so far.
We spoke with one who said
this was his BMW that he was sitting in when he was shot. This was right after the shooting. He's still on the scene there. You can see there are witnesses.
And the eyewitnesses say that he had no pulse.
At that point.
He appeared dead to them, but the paramedics took him to the hospital where he was officially pronounced dead.
20 years old. XXX is one of the, you know, an up-and-coming rapper who had a lot of promise, had a lot of musical talent, but only 20 years old, but had a lot of demons as well.
And we continue to get more police dispatch audio in from this guys, and right now, kind of what dispatchers are saying is it was two African-American males. They left in a Dodge Journey. They're treating this as a possible drive-by, and they also say that there was a Louis Vuitton bag stolen from the BMW too. So unclear if this was a target, if this was someone they were robbing, or what led up to it.
Yeah, I guess that's right, that it could have just been random.
Could be a random
he's had his issues.
He's had issues, although he's not one of those guys who's known for having huge beefs with lots of different rappers. Remember last year, he was jumped while he was in LA, got beat up, and we actually spoke to him shortly after that incident. He initially thought that Migos were the guys who had jumped him. Turns out it was not them, and he apologized to them, but he talked to us about needing to possibly increase his security.
Are you going to get more security, or?
No. Because in the end of the day, if I need to be confronted, it's going to happen. The world is going to align that for me. So if I got to be a man and tighten up by my very own self, I do what I got to do. At the end of the day, I mean, I understand paying to have people, like, make sure you're safe, but I had 12 security guards here today. So am I going to pay more money to get more security if I could just get snuffed out that easy? So I'm going to handle up, that's all. I'm going to handle myself.
So Braden mentioned that there was dispatch audio. We have some of it, and this will give you a sense of what the scene was like.
Several gunshots, possibly a drive-by. No description on the subject. Witness advised a black Dodge Journey is the subject's vehicle. Shot somebody in a black BMW.
Call Bill, over 1 follow. Gunshot wound, solid code.
So they had not declared him dead, But again, from all accounts, from everybody we talked to at the scene, I mean, I think they tried to revive him unsuccessfully at the hospital, but it seemed like this was kind of it.
I mean,
it's really sad.
Look, as far as the video too, he seemed like he's very helpless. It's very sad. He's 20 years old. He did have a lot of different beefs with amongst multiple people, so I hope it's not one of those situations that they wanted to do some type of retaliation thing to him.
Remember, he was awaiting trial on domestic violence. He had a number of charges against him there.
Domestic violence against a girlfriend who at the time of the incident was pregnant, and he was awaiting trial on that, and during while he was in jail, actually, he was accused of witness tampering, and then prosecutors had added almost a dozen, I think more than a dozen, felony charges. So he had just recently been let off house arrest so that he could travel for touring.
You know what's so crazy is his last tweet, he said he wanted to do a charity event. So that's what he was doing today. He put on his Instagram.
Yeah, and you know, he was with all of his demons, he was a successful rapper. I mean, he dropped an album that did real well. Yeah. Again, 20 years old, and this was just, you know, boom,
man,
it happens
sad.
like that. I mean, it is a really sad situation.
How y'all doing, y'all? This is Darius from Houston, Texas, and it's a sad news we heard today, and it's crazy. It's crazy how somebody so young, you know, can go so fast, and he had some demons, you know, but it's like he was trying to get his life together and everything, but, you know, thoughts and prayers go out to his family. This is tragic news.
No, it's terrible.
Yeah, that's sad there, man. He could not run his demons, man. I mean, whatever situation he was in. Oh, man. Yeah, that's crazy there. Whatever situation he was in, he just could not run it, man. That's fate. You know what I'm saying? Well, I pray every time I step out the door, Jack. Man. But, yeah, man. Stuff be crazy like that sometimes, man. You know, you just gotta, man, whatever situation or whatever beef you got, man, you just gotta, I don't know, you just gotta settle it before it turn into a flame, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta think about your family. You gotta think about, you know, all of that. You know what I'm saying? You know, your family should just be enough for you to really just turn your life around. You know, no mom should have to bury their son. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. No mom should have to bury their son. You know, like I say, maybe it was he didn't pay his bag, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, stuff like this don't just happen, you know what I'm saying? Dudes don't just see you and say, hey, I want to kill you because you know, who you are or whatever like that. But, man, that's crazy, man. But you never know, man. Dude from Florida, I mean, the hoods everywhere are pretty much the same, but I don't know. That's crazy, man. That is crazy. But yeah, man, it's your boy Zach, man. This is my reaction video, man. The XXXTENTACION, man. You know, hopefully that guy, you know, went to heaven. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Everybody is held for their actions, you know what I'm saying, in a certain way. It depends, you know. Yeah. So, that's it. See y'all next time.
Wait, in the trap with the top and the cash, ayy. I won't tolerate her talking back, ayy. Then she looking at me throwing that shit back, ayy. 20 motherfucking racks on a bad day. Jumped in a what the fuck is that?